Hello 5/6s, Mr. Mac here, and our next topic is comparing and ordering decimals. Now, we have a number line here starting from 0 to 1. So where this dot is has to be less than 1. And we need to make a bit of a prediction on where it lies. Okay, how many segments is it split up into? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's split up into 10 segments, which makes it a little bit easier for us. Okay, now we have the values 0.345, 0.623, 0.312, 0.398. Let's see if we can cross any out of that just by looking at where this dot's located. Okay, it's not in the first, second or third section, it's in the fourth. So it hasn't quite gone all the way to 4, so it'll be 3 point something. So that means we can cross out this one. It can't be 0.623. Okay, now we need to look at where the dot is located within the 3 to 4 section. Okay, so we have 0.3 line here and 0.4 line here at this line, and we're here in the middle. So we need to look at what our options are. If we had 0.398, we're nearly at 0.4, so we're really close to this line. The dot would have to be located about here, so we can probably cross it off. If we look at 0.312, that's just after 0.3. So that would be just about here. Whereas 0.345 would nearly be in the middle, just a little bit to the left side of it. Okay, so that's where our dot is. So that would be our answer. Our dot lies at 0.345. Okay, we're going to, you'll now find some questions that say range of decimals from smallest to largest, and it's important. Sometimes they swap these around and ask you to go from largest to smallest. Okay, so it's important to identify what it's asking for. Okay, and now a decimal isn't a whole number, so the larger the initial number after the decimal point, so in this case the 4, in this case the 1, in this case the 0, in this case the 1, in this case the 3, so the larger that number in the tenths column, the larger the number's going to be. Okay, so we need to look at those numbers, and we're going to order those up. So from smallest, our smallest number in the tenths column is 0. Okay, hopefully you all found that. So we're going to grab the 0, and we're going to put it over here. We're going to order it. Okay, now we're going to look for our next smallest number, and we're looking in the tenths column again. 4, 1 smaller than 4, here's another 1, here's a 3. Okay, so we've got 2 ones in the ones column, and we need to figure out which value is smaller. They've both got the same number in the tenths column, so now we look at the hundredths. This one has a 1, this one has a 9. So the 1 is smaller than the 9, therefore it goes here. Okay, now back to these numbers, and we'll go back to the tenths column. 4 and 3. 3 is a smaller value than 4, so right there we have arranged the decimals from smallest to largest. Start in the tenths, then go to your hundredths. Sometimes you'll need to go to the thousandths column. In this case, we didn't. Okay, now I've got a worded question, and it says, Michael has caught 3 fish of lengths 0.214 metres, 0.305 metres, and 0.185 metres. What is the total combined length of the fish caught? So when we're looking at total, we're looking at plus. Okay, we need to add all the numbers, all the lengths together to find our answer. Okay, so it becomes 0.214 plus 0.305 plus 0.185. And the total of that will be our answer in metres. Okay, so we can draw it up as we would any addition sum when we've got large quantities. Okay, we can draw it up like this and work out 5 plus 5 plus 4 equals 14. So we're going to put a 4 here in this column. And we're going to carry the 10 that we got. Okay, so it goes here, just like any other addition sum we've ever had. Okay, now I've got 8 plus 1 plus 1, which becomes 10. So the 0 comes into this column. And the 1 carries over. Okay, now we have 1 plus 3, we've got 4. Okay, so it becomes 4 plus 2, we've got 6. 6 plus the 1 we got carried over equals 7. And we need to put our decimal point in, always. And the answer becomes 0.704, and you always have to put what value it is. And we were counting in meters. So 0.704 meters, because these were all in meters. And if you converted that into centimeters, it would be, so it's less than 1 meter, because it's point something, so it'd be 70.4 centimeters. There'll also be questions asking you to take away decimals from each other, and you just use it the same way. Ensure you've always got the decimal point in the right place, and you should be fine. Okay, now we're going to look at which decimals are greater or smaller, okay? And remember, we're using this symbol here, or one that goes the other way around, and we always eat. I always like to think of it as like a Pac-Man. He eats the biggest number. So if we're going to draw a little Pac-Man body around him there, very terrible drawing, okay? He's going to eat the biggest number. So we've got 0.234 and 0.243. So first of all, we look at the tenths column. 0.2, 0.2. They're identical. So we need to look at the hundredths column. 0.3, 0.4. So we see that this number here is larger. We don't even have to look at the thousandths column. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little Pac-Man. I'm going to eat the bigger number. Okay, now, greater or smaller? We've got 0.499 and 0.511. So initially, we can just look at the tenths column and see that 0.4 is smaller than 0.5. So Pac-Man, once again, is going to eat the larger number. Okay, now, we have in this number 0.286 and 0.287. Now we look at the tenths column, 2 and a 2, can't do it. Look at the hundredths column, 8, 8, can't do it. Then we look at the thousandths column, we've got a 6 and a 7. 7 is larger than the 6, so it eats it up. Okay, now going to our final one. Now we've got a lot of numbers here. We've got 0.2, 3, 4, 3, 2. And this one we've got 0.2, 3, 4, 3, 3. So we look at our tenths column. 2 and 2. They're identical. They're same value. Look at our hundredths. 3 and 3. They're the same value. Look at our thousandths. They're 4 and 4. And we look at our tens of thousandths. They're 3 and 3. So we have to look at our hundredth thousandths, and it's a 2 and a 3. Okay, the 3 is a higher value than the 2, so our Pac-Man is going to eat it. Okay, if you continue to start from the decimal point and work right, you will find the larger number, because from the decimal point are the largest values. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope this video helps, and remember, count the mighty tigers.